Hi everyone. Hey my people. This news wey I just dey hear, una know say this pastor they always dey support am, I dey pray, I dey sing his praises because of the good things wey he dey do. But wetin I dey hear na the thing dey surprise me. I dey confused. So e wan be say they no dey see better pastor for that church again, or na devil na dey at work. My lovely people, abeg, when I lis ten to this voice record, we will come back to the rest of the story. I just there they lose my pikin here.
Sorry. Nothing. So I pick up my phone, the normal way you pick up your phone, put on your data, and then if you've had message over the night, you start seeing it. So I picked up my phone when I woke up that morning, and then I put on my data, and I was getting messages. So a particular message got my attention. This message came with his picture, and it was the same picture as his profile picture then on Facebook.
Who is that?
Apostle Chibuzor.
Okay.
So I was like, could Daddy send me a message in the night? Oh, let me see what it is. So I clicked on the message. At first, I thought maybe because I know so many people use his pictures for their profile picture. So when I clicked on it, it took me to his page. Then I came back to the message. And what was there was, see me later today, we need to talk. That was the content of the message. And I was like,
can you remember the date the message was sent? Is it possible?
I can't remember the date, but this was between March, April 2019.
Okay, was this sent to the same Facebook you're using now, or what?
No. That my Facebook account was hacked a long time ago.
Okay.
Yes. So he now sent me that message. So when I saw that message, in my mind I was like, why did he have to send me a message when once this morning I'll still get to see him and everything? But I didn't think about it that much, and I did not reply to that message. So I just let it be. By morning, when everybody had woken up, freshen up, and everyone get to see. So normally when the children are done taking their breakfast, they are always with him. So sometimes they are with him in his room. So when I was done with what I was doing that morning, I also went to his room. I greeted him, he answered me, and I was like, Daddy, I didn't hide to say it to him. The children were there, and I said it. Daddy, I saw your message. You said I should see you. I hope I did not do anything wrong. So he actually signaled for me to be quiet.
He did that?
Yes. And inside me, I wasn't a child. So I felt somehow about that. But I still did not want to think much because of who he is. And then he now asked the children, who wants to swim? Everybody were like, me, I want to swim. So he now said, okay, all of you can go and swim. So I had to join. Yes, there's a swimming pool in his house. So I had to join the children and say, me too, I want to swim. Or I joined the children to leave. And he was like, everybody except Loveth.
That's you?
Yes. Sorry. Amen. Go, tell her to give you biscuits. Okay, she'll give it to you, okay. So he was like, everybody except Loveth. And I stayed back. At some point I felt scared. And then the children left. He asked me to sit. At this point, it was just me and him in his room. I felt somehow, and I asked him, Daddy, this one is only me and you. I hope nothing is wrong, or did I do anything wrong? He was like, no, don't be scared. So he asked me to sit, and I did. He asked me to switch off my phone. I was still feeling somehow because I wasn't understanding. Like, before that day, there has never been any sign whatsoever that I have never behaved in any bad way whatsoever to him in the house. So, to me, I felt somehow, but then I had to sit. And then he was just looking at me. I was like, Daddy, why are you looking at me? Is there a problem? Did I do anything wrong? He said no, that he wanted to talk to me. I said, okay. He now started talking. He was saying different things in parable, saying different things. And I now said, because the way more he was talking, I was feeling scared. I was not scared, not like maybe I haven't heard those words before. I was scared because it was coming from him.
From words like what? Can you just example?
Okay. He said, the first thing he said was that he wants to talk to me, but that he wants to make an instance. That let us say that I always eat banana. Whenever I am done eating, I always eat. They will give me banana to eat. So after a while, they stopped giving me this banana. So one day, after so many years, I now see this banana from somebody and I want to eat it. But I cannot buy this banana. But I really want this banana. That's, if I find myself in such a situation, that what will I do?
Who is saying this?
Yes. That has stopped that. Please. He said, if I find myself in such situation, what will I do?
Who is saying this?
Apostle Chibuzor.
Sister Gift, thank you.
I said,
and you were the only one there.
Thank you for
it was just me and him in the room.
Private room?
Sorry?
In his bedroom?
Yes, in his bedroom.
Okay.
In his bedroom. Come stay with Auntie, okay? Okay. So,
I'll come back.
This was in his bedroom. And I was like, I told him, if I was in that situation, I've seen the banana I want to eat, but I cannot buy it. I'll simply ask the person that is with banana to give it to me. He now said, okay. That what if it will be very, very difficult for that person to give it to me, or the person might reject me, but I really want it. I said, I just have to beg first. Since I can't buy it, I just have to beg first. So he kept
How old
asking.
were you then?
I think I was 18 then.
18 years, okay.
Yes. So I kept asking. He kept asking questions based on it. So at some point, I was getting frustrated because I did not want to assume where he was going to. I now asked him, I said, Daddy, please, the question is too much. Tell me what it is. Like, is there something you want to say you're not able to say, or something? Just say it. Let me hear. He now said, okay, that he wants me to do something for him. This thing it will be very difficult for me to do.
Hold on, please. I just saw one message now. Please help me. Please pray for my womb. Sister Ryan, I don't understand you. Make your message clear so I will understand, okay? Are you talking about this voice record or... I don't know. Please make your message clear. Thank you. More continue. Then after everything, I will explain more, you know? I will explain more things to you guys.
But he knows that if I want to do it, I can do it. So at that point, he was not shifting somewhere else. I was like, Daddy, I've not seen you beg somebody for help before. So if you ever need help, I don't think anybody will reject you from giving you help because you've always helped everybody. He now said, okay. Okay, now that's okay. Let him tell me what it is. That what if he asks me to go into a relationship with him? That what will I say? At that point, my assumption, everything that was in my head came to the conclusion and everything. I was confused. I didn't know what to answer. Not because of what he said, but because it was coming from him. I was already sweating. There was AC in the room, but I was sweating and I was scared at the same time. So I was like, I don't understand. But Daddy, you know, there is somebody I want to get married to, and you are aware. So why are you actually asking me to do something like this? Why will you ask me to do something like this? What will I tell him? He said you don't have to tell him. He doesn't have to know. You just keep it between us. I was like, Even if you're asking me to go into a relationship with you, what kind of relationship exactly? He said I should come on, I should stop talking like I'm a child. And why am I talking like I don't know what I said, no, want to assume. You have to say what you want. So what kind of a relationship are you talking about? He said, okay, since I want him to say it, that he is actually looking for a sexual relationship. He said that you're a pastor. Yes.
I know.
He said that Apostle Chibuzor.
Okay, allegedly.
She's 32
Yes.
now. She's 32 now.
He said that after all, he's a man. He has flesh and blood running in his vein. In my head.
He was saying this to you.
Yes. In my head, I was trying to comprehend, like, where this whole idea or whatever it was coming from. So I told him, I said, what if I say no? What if I say no? I want to say no. I don't want to do it. He said, just know that you cannot say no. You know me already. I do not take no for an answer. In fact, he got angry at that moment and said, why do you even think you can say no? You can't say no. I cannot take no for an answer. Who do you even think you are to want to say no to me? People, you do know how many ladies that are at my beck and calls. But it's just because I can't go to outside to start doing nonsense. I cannot do this because of who I am. This one, a general overseer. I'm bringing myself down to ask you for something like this, and you're saying no. Who do you think you are? You cannot say no. I was like, wow. But I still want to know, what if I say no? What to come with it? He said, in that case, be ready to leave my house. And if you're leaving my house, don't think that I will let you go just like that. Because I know people will start asking you, because people know I like you very well and that you are my daughter. So if you leave my house without you committing any crime, people will start asking questions. And I know you will talk. So if you leave my house, don't think I will just let you go like that. To me, that was a threat. It was a threat to me.
Allegedly. If it's what he said is a threat, yes.
Yes. So I don't know if I should say I thought about this whole thing. I could not think about it. I just told him that please, that I wanted to sleep. This thing was on a Saturday evening. I told him, please, I needed to sleep. I've heard you and I will think about it.
I remember the month.
Sorry?
I remember the month and the year.
This was in 2019, between March and April.
Okay.
Yes. I left his room that day. He was calling me back and I left his room. I went to my room where we do sleep with other children. I couldn't think. I don't know, I did not know what to do at that point and I was confused.
No.
I tried my best to avoid him throughout that day. So the next day, we all went to church. I was in church and he was on the altar preaching. I wasn't seeing him. Everything I was saying was the things he was saying into my head. They keep sounding, they keep coming back, but I was just on my own. I was just there. Nobody knew what I was going through. We came back to the house that Sunday. I tried my possible best to avoid him. And then on Monday, he sent for me.
Oh, no.
On Monday, he sent for me. That the children came, Daddy, Auntie Loveth, Daddy's calling you. What will I tell the children? If I tell them to go and tell him that I'm not coming, what will I be explaining to them? So I just stood up and I went to meet him. He was like, are you still thinking? I'm sure you've made up your mind about this whole thing, that he doesn't know what I'm thinking about. After all, it's not like I'm a virgin. After all, that if I just agree, whatever I wanted, he will give me. Is it house? What is it that he cannot give me? Money. I'm planning for my wedding. He was going to give me the best wedding in Port Harcourt. Was going to do this. He started saying so many things. I was just looking at him. When he finished talking, I asked him, I said, I am aware that if I agree to this, it is going to be a hidden relationship, right? He said, yes. I said, fine. In this situation, what if I get pregnant? He said, is he a child? That he won't let me get pregnant. I said, it's not about being a child. Pregnancy can happen. So if you're saying you won't let me, it's the same thing that you have to use protection, whatever will happen, if at all anything will happen. He said, but how do I expect him to go and get protection? What will he tell people he wants to use it for? Imagine if him going outside. I said, if that is the case, I will buy it for you. I asked him for money. He gave me 10,000 naira cash that day.
Wait, they go they use. More than wait.
And then
this baby, the way this story will continue, is like she's even ready for the relationship. You understand? Because the way she just the code, say, give me the money, you go buy the raincoat. You understand? Let's continue before I tell you now the rest of the story. You understand?
I went to everyday supermarket and I bought him a pack of Durex. Yes.
Durex, that's
came back to the house. Yes, came back to the house.
Brother Charlie, you say, why is she coming out now? She will still tell you why she's coming out now. You will listen, just be patient. They never ever start to read, now say to read too far. Just be patient.
Give it to him. He was just looking at me and I left. So the next day, he was actually still asking. I have thought about the whole thing because honestly, it's not like I haven't been in a relationship. But someone like him, who he is, the threat, the fear, I was not aware if he had a dirty lifestyle I did not know before now. So I did not know what to be scared of. I didn't know, like, my head was full. So when people are asking, did he rape you? So it wasn't a rape.
Now they hear.
So when I thought about this whole thing, I said, okay. I told him, fine, if this is what you want, no problem. But on one condition, I don't ever want to get pregnant. He said he has heard me. I should stop preaching. That do I even see him like someone who will not be able to take care of his child? If anybody get pregnant for him? He said, okay, thank God you're the one saying this. So the relationship started. It wasn't once, it wasn't twice. He kept demanding for sex.
So he had his way.
Yes, he had his way. And at each single time, he refuses to use the protection.
Are you serious?
And I made sure I always reminded him. I said, I asked you to use protection and you're always refusing. He said, I am in his house and I cannot call the shots. I can't tell him what to do in his house. So he called the shots and he decides what happened. And I kept telling him, don't get me pregnant and expect me to go for abortion. Because I will not. I told him this. He said I should stop preaching. I said, no problem. He kept having his way. Now, this whole thing started in March.
When you say he kept having his way, what do you mean by that?
When I mean that, he kept demanding for sex.
Was he? Yes. Did it happen? Did he sleep with you? Did he have sex with you?
And it happened. Yes, he kept sleeping with me without protection.
Okay.
Yes. So, this was between March and April. May, June. Okay, it was in May. This whole thing, I still could not, like, everything, when stuff like this are happening, everything just happens so fast. So, meanwhile, the guy I was supposed to marry was still planning for the marriage. So, I approached Apostle and I told him, I said, please, you are the general overseer of OPM and I'm having an affair with you. And the person who wants to marry me is an usher in the church. I don't think I can do this
anymore.
I don't want to put myself in the middle. I don't want to go ahead with this marriage whatsoever. At least let me know I'm dealing with one thing.
Yes.
I don't want to go ahead with the marriage. He said, no, if you go ahead with the marriage, what if the guy did not agree? What if people start suspecting? I said, suspect what? I don't want to go ahead with the marriage. This guy is an usher in your church. What do you think? So after the whole end of the day, after this whole affair and everything, I get married to this guy, and then I'll go to church and I'll be looking at the both of you. I don't want to put myself in this. He refused. So I couldn't keep quiet about it. I went to church that week. I met this guy. I told him, please, I don't want to go ahead with this marriage. I'm calling it off. Yes. The guy pled up and said one man was deceiving me. Somebody wants to take me away from him. He's not going to let me go. He has prayed. God told him and his wife, this and that. He was saying stuff. I left him because he started ranting and was shouting and was talking. I left him. This was in church. So before I knew it, the guy has gone to marriage committee, our assistant pastor, reported to so many people that he doesn't know who is trying to take me away from him because people knew us in the church. So they called me that day in Apostle's office. And Apostle started asking me why I wanted to call off the marriage in front of people. He was not the one asking me why I wanted to call off the marriage. So I just told him, I don't want to marry the guy again. I don't want to go ahead with it. Because I knew at that time I couldn't say anything. So he was now that, I have told you, you have already told me this thing in the house. And I told you, don't worry, go ahead with the marriage. I'll set you up. I'll set the guy up. I'll do this. You will be okay. This one, that. I said that it's not about setting us up. I don't want to marry this guy.
Hold on. You want to take your water? You want, like, the water?
No, sir, I'm fine.
Good. Okay, your light is off.
It's getting dark. There's no light.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I told him, I just don't want to marry.
Is it possible to face toward a window so the face can be shown?
Sorry, sir, you said?
Is it possible to face towards the window so your face can be shown?
Okay. So I told him I don't want to go ahead with this marriage. He now said, in front of people were there in his office. He now said, I shouldn't worry about it. I'm just a child. That love grows. So when we get married after a while, that love will grow. I said, it's not about love. I personally do not want this marriage again. He refused and I was objecting to it. So people started saying that why am I being disobedient? Why am I disobeying Apostle? That I'm ungrateful. Apostle picked me up, brought me up, and now Apostle is talking and I cannot obey him. The whole people in the church started saying I was ungrateful, I was a riffraff, I was a rat to even stand in front of Apostle and disobey him and stuff like that. And I left the office. That meeting was closed. We came back to the house, he would like, that he's sorry. That he saw the way people were talking to me, that he's sorry. I didn't answer him. That wasn't it. He kept asking for the sex. So, after that day in church, I kept saying it, I don't want to marry this guy. His sisters, his workers, everyone in the compound that time, even in church, knew that Loveth said she did not want to marry, but Daddy was asking her to marry. Now, the problem is nobody knew what I was actually going through. Nobody knew what was the problem. And I couldn't have told anybody. Okay, imagine now, this whole story is out. People still don't want to believe. So imagine if I had said it then. Who would have believed me?
Right.
Nobody would have believed me. So I just kept quiet. He started paying for stuff for the marriage, started doing this, that. So after a point, I told him, if I ever go ahead with this marriage, I'm doing it to please you and nothing more. He said he knew. So I met this guy. After I had told this guy severally, I don't want this marriage. So I called this guy. I said, please, can you come to Apostle's house? I want to see you. The guy came to his house. And I told him, I said, I don't want to marry you. Please. I might not be able to tell you the problem or what the issue is. But if you can help me and forget about this whole marriage of a thing, maybe later in the future, I will tell you what the problem is. But not right away.
Were you pregnant there that time? You were telling him?
No, as of this time, this was around May, June. I was not pregnant.
Okay.
So this guy still refused. So at that point, I got angry and I told him, if I go ahead with this marriage, it is not because I love you. It's not because I want to marry you. I'm going ahead with this marriage because I'm just trying to please Apostle. I said this to the guy. He was just shaking his head. And then I still went ahead to tell him that even after this marriage, whatever you see in this marriage, you will take it. He said yes, he would take it. I said fine. Say you want marriage, oh yeah, let us go. And that was it. I never said anything. I know so many people, his sisters tried to talk to him, tried to talk to Apostle to cancel the marriage. He refused. So the marriage was fixed 20th July. The wedding was fixed 20th July 2019. He paid for everything.
Who paid?
He did. Even while the wedding preparation was still going on, he was still demanding for sex.
The apostle or the husband?
Yes, no, not. I'd never even visited the guy.
So you didn't have any premarital sex with the guy before marriage?
Never, no.
Okay.
Not anyone at all. I did not visit him. The only time I visited him was when we were planning for this marriage and his mother came around.
Okay.
So he called that his mother was around. So to fulfill all righteousness now, I had to go and see his mother. I went. I greeted the woman. I spent some time and then I left. Yes. Now, if somebody would say, who knows if you people actually did anything? Now, this guy was living in a self-contained. So a self-contained is just a room, toilet and kitchen. So the mother was there. And when I was done seeing the mother, I left back to Apostle's house. And he was aware I went to see the guy's mother. So now, the wedding was fixed 20th July. Everything was done. Fast forward to the wedding. We all went for the wedding. I wasn't happy. Normally, the OPM church that I know, on the wedding morning, they will conduct a pregnancy test for all the bride, because most of the time they do wedding 5-10 people at a time. So I don't know, I wouldn't say, and I don't want to assume. That very morning on that wedding day, a pregnancy test was not conducted. So we went ahead with the wedding on the 20th of July and we came back. And I was like, it's actually a month loss and I haven't seen my period. So the next day was a Sunday. I went to church. Now the thing is this, my next period was supposed to be 20th of July. And 20th was my wedding. And there was nothing. So the next day was on a Sunday, 21st. I went to church. 1 p.m., nothing. So I actually knew something is actually wrong. So I went to the church medical department. I have a friend that works there. Her name is Love.
Love who?
Yes.
Love who?
I asked her, please, if people have a test strip. She said
Love.
yes.
Love.
I said, okay, can you give me one? She did.
Hold on, what's her full name?
Love Godwin Ihotu.
Okay. What is her position in
Yes. She was a nurse there. She was a nurse in the medical department there. Yes. So I got the test strip and I went to do the pregnancy test. Now the wedding was yesterday, Saturday. The next day was the Sunday, which I did this test and it was in the church and it came out positive. And I was shocked because I know I never had anything to do with that guy until the wedding night.
Did they give you a result of the test?
The test was a urine pregnancy test.
Yeah, did they give you a result like after the test?
No, I said I did it myself.
Okay, I see.
Yes, it was a test strip. It was a test strip. I did myself. So I left that day. The next morning, I went to the hospital. I called him. I told him I was coming to his house. He said, okay. Because I told him there was a problem and that I was coming to his house. He said, okay, this was on Monday morning, 22nd. Now, Apostle that I know, if you tell him something, you have to prove what you're saying. So that morning before I went to his house, I went to a hospital and I did a pregnancy test with blood. And it still came out positive. I went to his house. And what I did, I told him there was a problem and I gave him the pregnancy results.
You gave it to him directly?
Yes, I gave it to him directly. He saw it and was like, what is this? I said, look at it. He started smiling, but he didn't say anything.
Okay,
He now said, okay, hold on. He now said,
hold on. You went to a lab to do the blood test.
Yes. I went to a lab.
What's the name of the lab?
I actually can't remember, but I have that test result with me.
Okay.
That particular test result, I have it with me, and I still remember the hospital address.
Okay, good.
Yes. So I gave it to him. He saw it and was like, okay, you know what? Hold on, we will talk. Let me attend to my visitors. When he was done, he now called me. It was in his golden parlor. We went to his parlor. And then he started asking me that, what are we going to do? I said, we don't have to do anything. What are we going to do? This was your plan and you've succeeded. So why are you asking me what we are going to do? I told you I won't go for abortion, so you shouldn't even bring that idea. He said, what of your mother-in-law? I said, she's there. She's in the village. And I said, won't she know? I said, I don't know. He now said, but then you have to abort it. I said, I will not.
Say that to you, that
Yes, he said I should abort it. I told him I will not abort it. I made it clear to you, use protection, but you refuse. So this is the consequences of it, and I will not abort the pregnancy. Okay, come to even think of it. Day before yesterday was my wedding, and you're asking me to go for an abortion 2 days later. What if I don't get pregnant again? He said, don't worry. After the abortion, I'll pray for you. I said, I don't want.
He said that to you?
Yes. I said, I don't want. And that was it. I left him because he wanted to make an issue out of it. You have to abort it. What if you now have the baby and people get to know? I said, are you even thinking about my own life at all? What if something happens to me? He said, after all, you're not the first. So many people must you die. Is it you that will not come and die? I didn't answer him. I just walked out and I left him. Came back to my house.
You're not the first. That means allegedly he has been doing that.
Probably, as of then, I left his house. That was on a Monday night. I left his house, go back to my house. The day was over. I went to sleep. The next day was 23rd, which was Tuesday. When I woke up in the morning, as usual, picked up my phone, I saw an alert, 100,000 naira. So if I am to trace my bank statement, there will be an alert from him, 100,000 naira to my account. And he also sent me a WhatsApp message. I have sent you money for the abortion, so you can go and do it. I said, okay, I don't hear. I didn't say any other thing to him. Later that day, he was calling me to ask me if I did it. I said, yes. I didn't want to talk to him. I just left. So, and that was it. A week passed, 2 weeks passed. So sometimes I was just thinking, I was like, what's the point of keeping the pregnancy away from him? He has to know. He has to be there. He has to get involved.
Right.
So I reached out to him and I told him I wanted to tell you something. He said, let him guess. I said, okay. He said, you did not have the abortion. I said, fine, you know, I did not do it. And I said, okay, thank God. Since I sent you that money, I've not been at peace. I've not done this. I've not done that. What if it's a baby boy? I was just thinking, have you gone for antenatal? I said, no. He said, okay, I'll send you money. You have to do it. And I started antenatal. He was supportive and all. After the marriage, I left his house. And he continued the sex with someone else.
How do you know about that?
Fine. We were all in the house. And he had already started having sex with other girls before I left the house. So we all know about this.
How did you know? Can you prove to me how you got to know?
We talk to ourselves. We all know ourselves and we talk to ourselves.
What's the name of the person?
There was Joy Joshua. There was Favor.
And they lived there?
There were other people. Yes. It wasn't one. Yes. So I started attending antenatal and everything. He was supportive, everything was going on well, and I was with my husband. So there was a day I was having problem. I think I was having abdominal pain, and I actually passed out in the house. My husband took me to the hospital. So it was the doctor in the hospital that confirmed to my husband that I was 7 weeks pregnant. Before now, he wasn't aware I was pregnant. The doctor confirmed in the hospital to my husband I was 7 weeks pregnant. My husband was like, doctor, we just married 2-3 weeks ago. Which one are you saying 7 weeks? And I've not touched her except for the...
Hold on. If this off, if you cut down, I'll call again, send you a link, but continue, okay?
Okay, sir. So that was it. After that day, my husband found out I was pregnant. He came back to the house and called the medical woman I said used to visit that boy in hospital and complained to her. Now, this woman did not know what was going on. The woman now called Apostle that, see what Loveth's husband is saying. That she doesn't know what is wrong with all these girls that could see her gotten pregnant before the wedding or this one. Apostle now said, don't worry, I will settle the both of them. Don't worry, I will settle the both of them. Before the next day, I was back to the house. When I got to the house, Apostle called me. Now, where is my husband? I said, he's in the house. Say, give him phone. He started shouting for him. Why will you go and call Mrs. Ezendibo that your wife is pregnant? Must you tell everybody your problem? Must you tell everybody this? Can't you keep your problem to yourself? And the guy was like, that day that he just find out, and the thing was a shock to him. So he needed to tell somebody about to say, okay, if your wife does anything, you want to report it to anybody, report it to me. Don't go and start reporting it to someone else. This guy respects him so much and would never, ever think that he was actually behind it. So he told him, okay, daddy. And that was it. The guy never thought if any issue arises, he will call him. That this is what my wife is doing. Oh, my wife is this. My wife will not allow me to touch her. My wife will not do this. You say, don't worry, I will talk to her. You know, she's pregnant. Take it easy with it. Stuff like that. And the guy was buying it. So, 3 months into the pregnancy, someone else got pregnant for him.
Someone else?
Yes. It's someone else.
By who? What's the name of
Joy Joshua.
Joy Joshua. Where is she now?
She's currently in Lagos.
Did she have the baby?
Yes.
This Joy Joshua, our own story, they are parts. I will bring Joy Joshua's story come after this one. But Mona just dey listen. Because this man of God, now the man will be say, I respect so much. If you dey watch me, I think last week for you, I talk about this man. You understand? So I really dey disappointed for waiting at the year so. But I no fit talk say I believe or I not believe. But I want me all of us stay inside here together. I'm all they see. For those of you now when they talk say, oh, why they talk about this? Oh, judgment day. As you see me so, look me very well. I respect God and I fear God. I no fit see bad thing, me I call am good thing. And I no fit see good thing, me I call am bad thing. If at the end of the day, my opinion, I go still talk am, but I respect this man so much. But in as much say I respect it so much, I will never put my hand for bad thing. Because if I put my hand for bad thing, my chi, he go deal with me. As you see me so. So everything at the right, Mona the right hand for there. But more they listen, then I'll bring Joy on come. Then I will understand. Mona just wait.
That's the baby.
She's in Lagos with the baby?
Yes.
Do you have her contact?
I don't have a contact, but currently she has been on my DM these few days.
Okay, no, I'm asking you.
No, sir.
All you're telling me now, I'm going to get this matter before I move on.
No problem, sir. No problem.
You understand? Because it's the outside of the story. You're telling me.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Because that's what you call counter defamation.
Yes.
When you say something,
Yes.
if the person now go to court to sue you, let's prove beyond reasonable fact that this is not true.
Okay.
Evidence. Okay, so I know he might have intelligent people around him, but they should tell him the truth. So we're not doing chess play here. You know?
Yes, sir.
Go on. Don't be scared.
So that was it. And then 3 months into the pregnancy, someone else actually got pregnant for him. And there he came and started telling me that someone told him that I was having an affair with my ex-boyfriend when I was in his house. So that the pregnancy is not his own.
All the while, this young lady was enjoying the so-called, if not true to, but mostly they work out. She was enjoying it. But at this point now, it be like everything does sour. So more than listening. He say somebody come tell and say, no be get the pikin.
That he is not responsible. So that I should not come and give him another man's child and expect him to take care of the baby. I was like, where is that information coming from? I was not in any relationship before I came to your house. The person I was with at that time, we had broken up. When I came to your house, I was not with anybody. So where is that kind of information coming from? He said he got it from a reliable source. I said, anyway, that is not my problem because I know it is a lie. He said, okay, I should bear it at the back of my mind that he will not be taking care of me and the pregnancy again until I deliver. And then we go for a DNA test. I said, thank God there is even a DNA test. At least you will get to know the truth. And I actually thought it was a joke. He refused taking responsibility for the pregnancy. You call him, he won't answer you. You send him message, he will not respond. Once in 2 months, he will send you 50,000. You can stay and pay. Probably by the time I have gotten angry and talk and cry, maybe sometimes after getting angry and begging him, I will now stop getting angry. I will start begging him. That's when he will send money. So at that point, it was as if I was now forcing him to take responsibility. He kept telling me he doesn't want to invest in another man's child. And at that point, after a while, I got into depression. So many things started happening. Throughout the pregnancy, I was always alone. I couldn't tell anybody. Every single time I told him, if you continue with this, I'll be forced to tell somebody about it. He said, if you tell anybody about this thing, he will threaten me. You don't know you're dealing with something that will consume you and your whole family. He will do this, he will do that.
Where was your husband then?
He was still there. He was in the house. But I never told him anything.
Are you still with your husband now?
No. We've not been together for 2 years and some months now.
Why did he leave?
He sent him to Dubai. Because at some point, I threatened him. I said, if you don't take care of this child, I will tell Chinedu the truth and I will tell my family the truth. So he didn't want me telling Chinedu because I told him even after the marriage, I kept telling him I don't want this marriage. I don't want to stay. Chinedu Nweke.
Okay. You still have his contacts?
Yes, I have his contacts.
Okay.
Yes. So after everything, this thing was going on. The pregnancy, the depression, everything I just went through. Even when I was 7 months pregnant, I reached out to him. I needed to go buy things for the pregnancy. He should give me money. He said, how much is the money? I told him 400,000. He said, for what? What if it was a palm wine tapper that got me pregnant? That will I go and ask them to give me 400,000? That the only money he can give me is 100,000, and if I'm not taking it, I should leave it. And I did not take any money from him. While I was in his house, I had a lot of money. So that is the money that has been keeping me. I've been surviving on those money. Outside the ones that once in a while, if he chooses to send you money, he will send it. So fast forward to 2020 March, I had the child. 21st March.
How old is this child?
It's currently 3 years and 3 months.
Okay.
So fast forward to 2020 March 21st, I had the baby. He requested for a picture. I sent him a picture, and he was like, "Oh, okay, I'm sending you 100,000 now. Go and buy AC. Put inside the room where the baby will be sleeping. I don't want him to sweat till I do DNA test."
Do you still have the account number he's using to send his money?
Yes, it's still the same account. On the 21st of March 2020 in the evening.
So if we call for a settlement of account, we are going to see this.
Yes, you will see it. 100,000 on 21st of March.
Okay.
Yes. So.
Well, the same phone is not the same phone. Is this the same phone you're using right now?
No, it's not the same phone I'm using right now.
Okay.
Yes. So after that day, I still did not answer him. I went to the house. Even after the baby was born, he was actually his very carbon copy. He still refused to take responsibility. The lockdown came. It was during that lockdown you did not get to go out. That was the first time he willingly, after he denied the pregnancy, he willingly sent me money. So probably, let me say, he felt pity for the child and all. So he willingly sent me money. I think he sent about 150,000 in the space of 1 month. He kept sending money. After the lockdown, he went back to his normal way. So sometimes you call him, cry, you need money for this, you need money for that. It will take you like 5-6 days to be requesting for one thing before he will now agree to send. You can call him, "Okay, please, I need to take this baby to the hospital. I need money." He will say, "Take the baby to the hospital first. When they finish, I will pay." Which hospital will attend to you without money first? At the end of the day, I remember so many of his members, I will go to them, I will beg them, they should help me and talk to him. He will refuse. Some of them will say, no, they don't want to get involved.
But they are aware that what happened.
They are aware, they know the truth. They are aware. So many of them will tell me they don't want to get involved, they don't want to do this. So many things like that. So, that being said, this thing kept happening. 2021, he sent Chinedu outside. He kept telling me he would do a DNA test. The baby was 1 year, no DNA test. 2 years, no DNA test. He kept promising, nothing came up. We were still beating around the bush. Today, at some point, I told him, you have to do this DNA test. If not, I will tell people about it.
So now for finish. So my lovely people, hold on, please. Let me just quickly finish this. So my lovely people, sure you guys have listened to this story about this young lady. For people who not watch from the beginning, I just quick summarize and people for my pidgin English, you understand. This lady, because if I see some people not they hear the English when this lady they speak. This lady talk say, no, she be like somebody when grow up for inside the church. Please go and tell them not to make noise. Please go and tell them. Then you can take something to eat, okay? So, sorry for that. I dey plait my pikin hair because this video now see the way long. So we go reach me till lose the hair. Then later I'll wash and complete am. So my lovely people, this lady, her name na Loveth. The way she take narrate her story, she grew up inside OPM church because she said she did 18 years at the time when this story start. So she grew up. I don't know why parents they leave their children to go they stay with people where other people. So she said one day OPM pastor test her. May I put alleged because I know they did. Now wait till she talk. He call her, say make come, they talk. He can't make parable about banana. If you they eat banana and you don't see the banana eat, and at the time somebody as you say please, you see somebody get that banana wey be say you need to eat, wetin you go do? Say you go beg the person. Then you come tell am say in one maybe say both of the day into relationship. So the lady come say, the lady sef, e be like pikin wey be say, I have to tell you my mind. She be like pikin wey be say she dey waka korokere waka. Because at 18 years, the way she take explain wetin she talk, the thing dey baffle me. Okay, at 18 years, you don't get that kind of sense, that all this idea like this at 18. Me remember when I dey 18, all those kind gbogbo, e get as e be o. Me I not too open eye for all those sides. Say you understand? Well, maybe now where they for pick her, I don't know. But I'm not here to judge anybody, and I'm not here to support lies. You understand? So this particular lady now, he say when the pastor come tell her to say he no go gree for the relationship, for she to have relationship with you. He said then the pastor come tell her say then he go leave that place. She no go dey stay there. And she dey think about the benefits, money and all that is where she dey get free food and all that, accommodation. She come to say, okay, if not so, she go. Then he come tell her say if she go, say e get one word when you use, me I not lie for there, say be like the word be like voice of threats. Then she can't say whether not threat, the pastor already tell her wetin he want tell her. Then from there, she can't come out. Then later they come meet again. The pastor can't tell her say whether I don't think about wetin he tell her. She can't say she don't agree that it has to be raincoat. That without raincoat, she no go do. So the man of God can't tell her say, how you want to get raincoat? You know if you go dey buy raincoat. Small person. 18 years is an adult, we know, but 18 years is an adult, but 18 years na still small pikin. Yes, 18 years, I get pikin of 17 years with me, not be 1 year different. So 18 years is an adult, 18 years na still small pikin. Depends on how the pikin take grow, you understand? So be I leave all those one. I'm not distract me with your comments. So she can't say, I go take back the pastor say I want to take back the raincoat. You can't say make the pastor not worry that she go fit they bring the raincoats they come. That's why I say at 18 at that time, get us to be, you understand? So he said the pastor can't give her 10,000 naira at that time. Say okay, take go buy the raincoat come. She can't go buy raincoats come. He give the pastor they look her. On that very day, when be say they want go Adugbo Baba. He agree say she not. He said the pastor not force her. She not to say force her. He said now she willingly. He said because when he see the threat, now she come willingly. Say okay, she go do after all. Now what did she do before? She even talk and say not be the first day when be say man they shop her apple. Say they don't fit the shop her. So no, he not be the first person. You understand? So she willingly agree to keep this relationship, but she no want get belle. Now what did she talk? She said she no want get belle, but she go keep the relationship. At that time, he say one brother dey inside the church, wey be say both of them don dey agree say they go marry. And this pastor now don already say okay, they go marry. Everybody know for inside the church say in with that Chinedu, yes, now Chinedu he call her now, they go marry for OPM church. So they not touch each other. You know they go the person, the guy house. They never touch each other, but they just plan say they go marry at that time. Then he with, according to her, he say she with OPM pastor that they go Adugbo Baba. They do. He say on that very day when they want to do Adugbo Baba, he say now she can't bring the raincoat. Come say, Papa, see raincoat. Now Papa can't tell her say he know they enjoy raincoats. He know they sweet her. That he they like her like that, like that. Now she can't tell her say, but that not the reason when me tell you say me tell agree for this relationship. And not the reason when me tell you say, well, take something to eat, dying. So if I just start, you know, it take time. Look for something to eat, die. Go. Before I finish my live video. So he said that the reason when he she take buy raincoat. Papa said, Lala, say now like that he want do one. Then got to say, okay, if she can't get belle, she just want the relationship. Say, more with they probably she go they get money. Small picking way open wide. She go they get money. Then belle no go enter. Baba say no, say he no go use raincoat. He say as she argue, he say Baba no gree use recoat. Then he got to say, even though say you get belle, no problem. She in they no be small pikin. Then he say, okay, now so they can't start to they go Adugbo Baba. As they come they go now, time don dey reach when brother Chukwuka abi Chukwu, I don't forget the name. Oh, somebody remember me the name. I don't forget the name anyway. Brother Chukwu abi Chukwuka, he called the name just now. That one, the bros now, he want marriage. This lady now, he no want come marry brother Chukwuka again because he don dey shop daddy, you understand? He don't for the way she take, the way me take see her, she don't dey eat. So she no want come marry Chukwuka again because that Chuks when you want me put on Chukwudi, thank you so much, thank you, Chukwudi. So this Loveth no want marry Chukwudi again because Chukwudi not get money. Even according to the way he talk and say that the daddy never want do marriage for them. So daddy say the guy Chukwudi not get money, and she dey collect for Chukwudi hands. So she no want marry Chukwudi again. She just like to dey like that as a side chick. When I see the way some women, some girls, they take they spoil person home. You understand? Then they come tell her say you must marry Chukwudi. Then she come to say no, she not go marry Chukwudi. Chinedu, oh sorry Chinedu, oh my God, Chinedu. That you must marry Chinedu. You must marry Chinedu. She say she not go marry Chinedu. Say because of say she don't get affair according to how I know they there. They not dey my armpit. Say she allege. Say she with the pastor get something to do with each other. Then they call meeting, call everything. At the end, the matter come go land for Daddy Gio table. All these junior pastors and the senior pastors and the deaconess, deacon, the mother of the church, all of them come gather say this small pikin say no go marry again. But for me, I feel say she too dey young to marry at that time. Maybe that time she go be 19. 19 years not too dey young. Because me, I know say this OPM pastors, if they carry children, they go study, they study. Yeah, they see the truth, I go they talk, I no go lie. So I feel say she too dey young to come say me she marry. All of them come they say you must marry. Then she come to say she not go marry. They say they come put the table, the matter for Daddy Gio table. The Chinedu dey there, Loveth dey there, and the pastors and all the elderly people for church come say this Loveth say not go marry brother Chinedu again. Now I call the Hassan for their presence say why you no want marry brother Chinedu? She come dey talk say she no gree talk because she no fit talk where she sleep. And she say she talk at that time, they feel not believe. Even the way she dey talk now, say people no still believe. So she come quiet. At the end, they come dey insult her, say, you won't be small rats. Oh, daddy go tell you, say, marry somebody, you say you not go marry the person. So she can't agree to marry brother Chinedu. They can't do marriage. She no know say she don't already get belle. When they do marriage, it say few days. Now the way body they do and now she can't go do test. She can't discover say get belle. Can't tell that the GO say the okra when you plant it don't grow. Now that the GO can't tell her say make it remove and I can say no fit remove belle. She not can say pikin born. Can say me not worry go pray for her that she will born pikin. I can say okay no problem. He say he can't give her money 100k. He say but she not remove her. Then after some days, he can go tell and say, he no remove. I say, he no. Probably he no because he don't see and say, or he look around, but anyhow, sha. But he say he no, say he no remove her. He say, now there that the Geo can say, maybe if he be boy, I don't know that the Geo get boy picking. Say, if he be boy picking now, make it leave and say, thank God say he no remove himself. He can start to dey take care of this Loveth and the belle. When she dey her husband house, una see wetin women they pass through. When they understand what some men they pass through. He choose another person belle take do marriage with his husband. Come dey his husband house with belle. They collect money for Daddy Gio hands. The husband don't know wetin dey happen. She said one day when I come turn her, she come faint. Then they come run. The husband come carry go hospital. As he carry reach hospital, now doctor come say congratulations. Your wife is 7 weeks pregnant. Then the man say, which wife? person when you just married 2 to 3 weeks for a year, when be saying that after the marriage, they will jogodo. And one place where I forget to talk, according to this lady, she say for the church, before you marry, they must make sure say they do you test whether you get belle. Yes, I know many churches like that. They must do test. They know they marry person when you get belle. So they must do test. He said she's surprised, say on her own case, they don't say make she do test. And they just wait them. He said that place surprised them. People when they go to church, if you know this girl, you go know the truth. Only say some people not go agree talk truth if they know the truth. But mind you, you know the truth and you can't insult person for a year, or you know the truth because in your daddy Gio, you want come they use like they cover around. You see this God one they serve so. God, they know they use God they play. As you see me so, I know they use God they play because if God do you, you don't see anywhere wrong go. If other thing do you, other gods do you, you go wrong go me Baba God. But if God do you, you not go see where wrong go. That's why you see me so. I know they see truth make I cover around because I know God when they for up. You understand? So una when be the member, if una know say this matter na truth, una come here come dey insult person. My dear, I know they use my mouth they curse person because if I curse person they reach your body. But the kind way when na God, na they see una comment, na God na go deal with una. Una come here come dey insult person. Except say you don't know the truth. Maybe you just love the man of God. You want to come tell truth. Or you know say na lie. And now God that arrange the lie. You come here, come they drop comment so that people go spoil the name of the man of God. Now God go still deal with you. Except say not just drop comment, so just suffer look, you waka come out. Say you drop comment and you know the truth, you can't turn around. Whether you support the pastor or you not support the pastor. The wrath of God will fall upon you. Just go and mark it. I'm not joking. So if you know the truth, you don't want to say it, just that's why they do. If I know truth for some kind of things, I don't want to say it. I know I can't lie because I don't want wahala for body. That's why you see some people they face different problems today. They don't know where their problem from they come. So according to this lady now, she can't tell say now then the man come verse because say he just married. How your wife go say he get belle? Who give her belle? You understand? Not be him. Because the belly never reach like that. Now he can't call the mother of the church. He can't tell that one, say, see the way he do. Now that one can't call Daddy Gio. Tell him, say, see what Brother Chinedu talk. Now Daddy Gio can't call Brother Chinedu. Can't they follow the chorus? Say, now everything about your marriage, you go, they carry come outside. You don't know, say, they get secrets for marriage. Because they see the situation when they say, I may take on like that. He said the guy, he take Daddy Gio as he God. They respect the man. That one, not fit that one, because some people they like that. When they say that they take their pastor as their God. They even respect their pastor past God when he creates them. So he said he can't accept what he no even accept because of the fear of Daddy Gio. You understand? Maybe that the Gio don't do enough for her. That's why it's not good to deal on that person knows. It's not good to deal on that person happy. Because this kind of thing not be waiting man go feel beer. You understand? But they can't continue the marriage. Then that the Gio they send money. So he said one day that the Gio not going to send money again as they sent before. Now she can't say why you not they send money? That the Gio say in here rumor say that belle, you know, say as that for me or with my opinion for here, you know, as elderly person, you go carry light look matter, you go know where matter they go. So it be like say, as that woman, mother of church don't hear, maybe don't spread around, and they don't really know how she take get belle. So people can say, hey, he get boyfriend before, maybe that boyfriend give her the belle, come carry and give the husband. So the news can they spread like that the Gio say he get boyfriend, maybe that boyfriend give her belle, he not fit they train another person picking. He say not can they give her money again. So she can't they money because when she did that the Gio has, she said she saved a lot of money. A lot of money that she save. So now that money she contain the whole herself. He said that the Gio not come they give her money. Sometimes in 2 months he go give her 50,000 naira. Then the husband, he said that the Gio he can't say that go Dubai. Make he go they stay for Dubai. He said, but right now she with the husband they not there. Okay, the issue now be say, wetin make this lady carry this matter on social media? Wetin make her carry on social media? Wetin make her dey talk now after she don't enjoy herself, don't born pikin for man of God, married man? She dey carry her dey come now say she not get money to take care of the pikin, that the man need to come take care of your responsibility. So he don talk for corner, he no gree answer, and na making dey bring am dey come, and she say she still dey carry the matter dey come because when she leave the house, when she marry, 2 other ladies come still get belle for the same that the GO, that one na Joy. You understand? That Joy that one na another day for another story be that. Then now all this one, na make her carry am come because she no dey fit take care of the pikin again. She no get money to take care of the pikin again. The husband don dey for Dubai, they no dey again. The man no say no be him get pikin, so the man don stay alone. You understand? So she no fit dey take care of the pikin wey be say papa dey sponsor people go America. Now I know say I do video few days ago for here when he carry one of one of the elder for church. The man don kpai, he say they kpai the man. So and the man na him follow and build the church, and his wife dey work as nurse for the free hospital when they give people, and the daughter now he kind go America make she go study nurse. So she don dey see all these Google things when be say the man dey do, and she born pikin, and the pikin e no dey take care of the pikin. Now that one na make this, na me I put her ledge, na make her she cry come out say she need help, how she want to take care of the pikin, make the man come take care of your responsibility, that if na DNA test and be DNA test, that she's very ready say now nobody cross her, now only the man na cross her. So my own opinion now on this issue is that you see this life when we dey, so this life nobody's perfect. All this man of God wanna dey see, so nobody be angel. They are human being like you and me. As blood they flow for your body, na so they flow. As our husband, our brothers then, our men then, our relatives as a man, as they get one moment, weak moment. Now so pastors they get weak moments, but some pastors they overdo their own. You understand? So whether the pastor can't get weak moment because the wife not there around at that period, now they jump on this lady body, and this lady she was very ready to accept, because there was no time when he say papa can they use this to the bola the pursue and they go for copper and say no go do, he can't they pursue, he can't force her. No, she was willingly. She said she willingly, and she knows say this man get wife, and she knows say this man a man of God. She willingly. Now this one now they talk. If I they tell you now every time say all this our pastors, they are just like me and you. Forget they carry Bible they preach. They are human normal people like us. Not today. That's not today there. You understand? So all these our young ladies. Now what we need to they teach our children. Imagine 18, she did less than 18 when she don't stay there according to her. Our parents don't go take care of their pikin. Come allow their pikin go they stay for all those kind place, public place like that. They stay with another family, not be brother, not be sister, not be even a relative. Why parent? Because she not even told say she be orphan now. Say maybe she not get papa, she not get mama now. At least we go to understand that situation. We don't know. So our pikin go they stay there. And man of God too, when be say, you know say now your work. Both of them, they get blamed if this matter not truth. But I don't ever conclude on this matter yet, because me, I dey stand for the truth. And in as much as I dey respect this man so much, I don't sing his praises so much. If I know the truth, I will always come here and say it, okay? Because I don't feel say, may I plead you when they watch me now, or my fans, may I disobey God. No, on that day, my fans not go follow me, tell God how I tell live my life. You when they watch me, so you not go follow me, tell my God how I tell live my life. So I cannot please you and lie, okay? So I thank God for the brother when interviewed this matter. That bros, all your day for your head. Now God go bless him, because according to him, he said he don't take record of everything, that he go investigate. That if he investigate to see whether the not truth or not be truth. But for now, if not true, both of them get blamed. And that pikin, as far as say pikin, they like say pikin no involved. We go adubo baba, he go end for there. But as far as say pikin involved, there is nothing hidden under the sun. The truth must surely come. I said they go buy that pikin. If that pikin they are alive, with that pikin DNA test, they don't already know the papa. Okay? They don't already know the papa. So this matter not be say cook and boost story. Not be tell me, I tell you. Now to go do DNA test for that pikin, to know whether na him born or not being born. Now there the truth go for come out. So more will not they beat around the bush say he do one or he not do one. So I believe say with this story, please parents, more than they take care of una pikin, because this young lady, when she dey talk, I look at her, she's just 22. And this thing matter start when she dey 18. Though she be adult, but 18 na still small pikin. My pikin go dey 18 years, I say na adult, and you push and put for outside. No, for me na still baby. 18 na still baby. Despite say the society, they say they be adults, they are still children. Me, I not like to spoil person because this one, and I somehow they look this matter somehow. That's why I can't talk about her. Una hear when they talk about say this man self, he even jogodo 14 years old pikin. I hear him say he even give am belle. I hear him. Una say I not talk about her because that one a voice record, he not show. I no fit stand by say once voice record go hear the place, say na this na that. I no do that video. I no even talk about her. I hear her, but I no talk about her because I feel say our truth go take dey inside this kind of matter. Our person go fit see something present for this one. But this one, oh, it just dey different because she show her face. What did she want gain for her to show your face? Come out, come dey lie for the man of God dead. What did she want gain? What will be her gain? To show her face, they come out, they talk. One lie for the man of God. What will be her gain? Or now somebody send her, make she come out, come talk. What will be her gain? So make they go do DNA test. Now only the solution be that. Apart from that one, nothing more. If they don't do it, if na papa you na get pikin, say na that the GO get pikin, make he carry pikin enter house. May our young ladies, may they know they feel too much. And our pastors, may they see they put that thing where they for their center of leg, may they gather and wear. If you just marry, you know say you marry. Anyway, if I hear more about this story, I will always come here and tell you now. Meanwhile, about that joy, I will still tell you now. If I fit do the video today, I will do. If I not fit, by the special grace of God, it will be tomorrow. Because I want to plait my children hair. I want to play their, just how they lose her now, because that time go always a lot day to do. So I want to play their hair. So if I feel do it today, I do. If I not feel do it tomorrow, I go do. And if I hear more about this sister Loveth, I will see come tell you now. We will see how this matter go. And I beg OPM pastor, that the GO, please, if you come across this video, if you know say now you get pikin, accept am. Maybe now your weak moment. You are not perfect. You are just a man. We understand. But what you do not good. What you want to teach other men. What you want to teach your children. What you want to teach your members. If not really true. But accept it, because if you deny it, the truth will surely come out. You can deceive me. You can deceive other people. But you can never deceive God. And there is nothing hidden under the sun. One day, breeze go blow. Foul nyash. It go open. They go see what's there inside. You cannot hide it. You cannot hide it. It's better you just say, oh, na mistake, na my weak moment. People go understand. Because nobody is perfect. Me, I know they come here, they talk this or talk that. But let's always stand for the truth. If you guys know the truth as a church member, man, I know they go people platform, they drop bad comments, they insult people. If you drop bad comment for you, definitely it's going back to you. Except you never know. If you know, you go know. It's going back to you, except you don't know the truth. So before you choke mouth before any comment or insult anybody, make sure say you know say what you they talk na truth. I not fit deny for and say he do one or he not do one. I not be mumu Christian. In as much as I they sing his praises, as they do good, I know say this man they try. He not follow them by private jet. He they live a peaceful life and they help. I know say they do good things. I know say it's different from other pastors. I know. But I not feel say because of say if they do all these things, he go do something wrong, I can't support him. Or I can't deny for him. I not feel deny for him. I cannot deny for anybody. Not only myself, not feel deny for. I'm picking when they inside my belly. The way I carry for back, I not feel deny for him. Yes. I cannot deny. I not be that all those kind of Christian. Gone are those days where I say, oh, touch not my anointed. Don't touch a man of God like that. Except a man of God never do something for you. What the men of God don't do for my eye when we don't see koro with proof. I can't deny for any man of God. Even Reverend Father, I'm a Catholic. I cannot even deny for a Reverend Father, because some wicked Reverend Father, they still there. Yes, I cannot deny for them, my dear people. So if I did any platform that they talk about them, I go only listen and waka pass. I know say, oh, why they talk this, and they insult or not insult me. I don't want make the cause come back to my enemy, because I don't know whether they really do. If they really do, and you insult somebody, the cause is going back to you definitely. Except if you drop out for here, it's going back to you. That is back to sender. Because Bible say, I will bless those that bless you and curse those that curse you. And so Bible talking. So if you drop bad comment, it's going back to you. I'm sorry. Until you know the truth before you can stand and drop comments. Just as I do my video now. I never judge anybody, but both of them, if not truth, what did they do? They wrong. Both of them, they very, very wrong. That girl, now small picking way is poor. See the way she dey talk am. I went to go and buy the raincoat. I gave it to him. A whole man of God. You went to go and buy raincoats. Some girls poor sha. Some girls, they know they even they fear God. When I hear saying a man of God, even though say he can't talk to you, saying a fake one or not be fake one, you know what kawa. Even though say not be even man of God, na married man, you know what kawa. You go kawa. These are our young girls of nowadays. I just tired. Do you know that somebody tell me say when they sick, he parents can't go one church, make the pastor pray for him. He said I seen reach the church. I no feel laugh. I laugh. It's funny. He said I seen reach the church. He said the pastor want come they make they go Adugbo Baba. He said she not agree. She said like she not go agree. He said but she come they do say she did her period. Say her period not they finish. Now all those kind flower when they see when not they finish, make the pastor pray for her. Pastor pray. He go talk say he don't finish. He go say he never finish because pastor want make it go there. He say from there, pastor come begin they give her money. Now so they ask pastor money, they collect money for pastor hand. As she collect money. Then I carry the money to enter Europe. He say na pastor money to enter Europe. Na person I tell me. He say na pastor money, then she take enter Europe. Because the pastor want go Adugbo Baba with her. And so he plan, collect the money to enter Europe. You see what they talk. So that's all life be, my dear people. His mate is buying jet. Let him associate with poor people. So funny. It's funny, it's funny. We should train our children. That word. Yes, we should train our children. This girl too dey young. See the way she dey even they talk and pa. Just they put her for mouth. I agree. So for me, I not get belle. No problem. But we just stay. If you just call her, we just go. Give her as he like. So for me, she not get belle. She use her hand go buy record. Say, oh yeah, that the GMO we they use her together. That kind of girl. Although the girl, she not be like person when they lie like that. But I not feel deny. But the way she take they talk her for mouth. The thing they surprise me, small pikin like that. Don't get all these things. Both of them get blame. We'll tell ourselves the truth. If not truth, we never know now until the any results come out before we know. So I will see you on my next video. Please, Mona not verse. May I continue the hair where they do. So if I hear any story, I always come back and about the sister Joy when she mentioned because now that Joy now even come they confuse me because Joy story is still very different from this lady's story. So two different people go just come they lie from different platform and different way because the Joy herself, he don't come and she don't born. The Joy when she thought say day for Lagos. I'll see you on my next video. So I'll see you take care and bye bye. Sorry, I not feel read on our comment many. Please share this video. I'll see you God bless you and ciao.